Thanks! Hope you come back soon!
Word on the street is you got into another fight. You're going to hurt yourself one of these days.
Sorry to worry you, ma'am. Appreciate the concern, though.
Hey, Aaron. Thanks a bunch for the help earlier.
Sure thing, Pops. But you'll be on your own from here. Got it?
It's gonna be hard to voice Aaron and Van since I kind of do the same kind of voice for them.
Hard to get anywhere with you around, you attention-grabbing punk.
Sorry for being so popular. I can switch into my costume if it would help.
Yo, what's up, Aaron? What you doing with that handyman bastard? We were all just talking about grabbing a bite to eat. Wanna ditch that loser and hang out with us? Pass. I wanna keep an eye on the old fart while he's doing his job. Might learn a thing or two. I get you. Recon's important and all. I'll keep that in mind. Good luck with your mission. Tell you what, the old fart's probably gonna wrap up soon, so I'll join you guys up after that. I think an all-out celebration's in order after we kick the crap out of those outsiders. When I get there, let's call over some hot chicks and chill. You better stop calling me old fart, you little bastard.
Let me ask you something.
You want to know about Samson and Richie? Those guys are a couple of shithead cheaters. I lost to them big time. But that's how the ball bounces, I guess. Cheating's only cheating if you get caught in the act. It's on me for losing, but there's something they did that got me pretty upset. What'd they do? Not again. Where were we? So what do they do to dirty you? Tell me, I'll avenge you if they did. Thanks, Aaron. I'm not mad about anything they did in the match. I'm upset that they broke a promise they made. Before that match, they said that if I went broke and couldn't cover my losses, they would make me pay what I had on me. And after I lost, they did a heel turn and said I had to give them everything I had, and then some. They told me if I couldn't fork over the cash, they'd put me in work at the Mess With Them training company. Are you freaking kidding me? So that's where their Almana comes into picture. After that, I ended up calling Say and hung and borrowed the mirror I needed from them. They came in clutch for me. If I wasn't broke out of my ass, I'd bet money that the others who got suckered by those... The others had gotten suckered by those guys. I'm gonna murder those assholes. Any idea where they're holed up? I think they said they were staying at the Kowloon Hotel. They told me to head there if I wanted some revenge. Oh, I'll be getting some revenge, alright. But instead of dealing out cards, I'll be dealing out ass-kickings. Yeah, not happening. You're supposed to be watching me do my thing. So quit trying to call the shots. That's my job. Fine. You better hurry the hell up, though. If you want to start taking your sweet-ass time, I'm bailing. Sure. Do whatever you want, kid. Anyway, we still know enough about these guys. I'm gonna head to Newtown to do some snooping. You coming with? Sure, whatever. Can I actually mess with his shit? I can. That's a surprise. How about those orbits, son?
Maintenance mode activated. That's a single element slot, boss.
Is it? Sounds like we gotta get to work on all this. Some break would do you.
Looks like a new shard skill, eh?
Peed. And we'll work on the rest of that as soon as I up your stuff. Which I forgot where I go to do that. Don't tell me new dialogue popped up just because Aaron is with me. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, man. You know what? I'm not redoing you guys. I need to do people that I can voice without being told, hey, shut up. There's not much done there, though. Oh, it's not often I see you outside, Aaron. Normally you're with Hong and Sid around this time of night. Hey, even I gotta switch things up every now and then. I'll probably join up with them later. Once I'm bored with this guy, I'll ditch his ass. Swearing in a church, huh? Damn, you got no class. But you just said... Never mind. Anyway, I trust you, Aaron. But please ease up on the violence. Remember that you and your friends are sacred children of our Heavenly Mother. I only taught Aaron for 1 year at Sunday school, but he certainly made an impression. He was a mischievous child, and now he's a mischievous teenager. It worries me that he hasn't changed, but I'm glad his desire to protect his friends in the town still burns bright. I always feel safe when he's around. I heard you got into yet another fight, Aaron. I understand that you're driven to protect the people here, but if you resort to violence every time, then you're stooping to another level. I'm worried that you will one day become consumed by anger and hatred, and will lose control of yourself in the process. I'll keep that in mind. Your word is gospel, after all. Don't worry, though. I won't get that temple wrapped up in any of this. If it'll make you feel better, I can start going easy on the weaklings from now on. Back in the day, I used to teach Aaron and his friends at Sunday school. He was just as unpredictable then as he is now. It worries me that that hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Guess I should probably run around as him, considering these are people he's specifically talking to. Oh, hi there, Aaron. You're with Van? I didn't expect you to become friends. You got the wrong idea. I'm just tagging along so I can see what his fixer ass is all about. Now I've learned what the two of his sources are. Cat's out of the bag. Well, I guess it can't hurt to shadow him. But if you're planning to suppress him, forget it. Van's the best in his trades. Don't worry. Becoming a fixer is at the bottom of my list of career choices. Though if I did, I'd run circles around the old fart. Yeah, first off, no you wouldn't. Secondly, I'm not an old man, so cut that shit out. These two make for a fun pair. For sure. They're a comedy duo in the making. If you two figure out anything about A, let us know. Jack and I will do anything we can to help. I'm betting Aaron's got a bone to pick with you with those assholes. Might be a handy partner for this case. How's it going, Aaron? It's rare to see you doing the night rounds with an outsider. I'm just curious about how this guy runs his business. Kinda surprised to see you here so late at night. When'd you become such a hard worker? When Harryway put me in charge, of course. That said, that eroded cave is dangerous at night, so there won't be any more tours today. Unless you want to take a trip there, I'll always make an exception for a tough guy like you. Cool. When I get some free time, I might head on over. A long time ago, I took Aaron to the eroded cave because he wanted to test his abilities, and I was captivated by the way he fought. You still out here being all melancholic, Orin? That's not gonna put a smile on your old lady's face, you know?
Fond as ever, aren't you, Aaron? Still your words ring true. The fact that I'm chained down by the past must be filling her with sorrow, but I want her to look down on me with pride. Perhaps if I had that endless vitality of yours, I could rid myself of those shackles and be free once more.
You're waxing poetic more than usual, which means something's troubling you. What's on your mind?
Can't hide a thing from you, can I? I've been consumed with worry over things like losing everything that's ever been important to me once again.
Come on, not this again. You need to kick back, relax, enjoy the years you got left. Leave that worry into my generation. Hey, if hell breaks loose in this town, we'll be the ones to shut its gates. I've got no idea about what went down with you and your old job back in the day, but I say let it go and do whatever the hell you want.
You've got a lot of nerve. You're absolutely right, though. I can't let the memories of the past tie me down. Aaron's words are sharper than my blade, but I respect his willingness to lay into us older folks. We may whine about it from time to time, but sometimes we need a dose of bitter truth to make the pain go away. He may be immature, but we know he means well.
Hey, friend, you got a minute?
Well, if it isn't Aaron, I didn't know you were friends with Van, though I shouldn't be surprised. You two get along with just about everyone. No, you got that all wrong. I'm just following him around, just to see what stupid shit he gets into. Anyway, shouldn't you be heading on inside? It's getting kinda late. I know you're just looking after the town and its people, but my bros and I got this covered. You two are certainly dependable. We didn't have people like you back when I was running the inn, so I had to watch over the town myself. I'll take your advice, though. Since things have been getting rather dangerous as of late, the town is in safe hands with you on the prowl. Be a good friend to Aaron Van. I've been watching him since he was a child, and despite the trouble he causes, he's a kind boy. I'll take your word for it. And hey, I'd love to get along with him if I could.
Right.
I've been watching Aaron since he was a small child. He's always been a rebel, but he's very kind and has many friends supporting him. He also had a mother who truly loved him. I know he can look after himself, but I still worry about him sometimes. Everyone needs a guiding hand in their lives. Right, back to the damn theater. I am not going back to all of these shops, hoping that someone will talk.
This must be the eastern quarter.
You did an exceptional job this afternoon, Aaron. Although I would have appreciated if you shared the spotlight with your peers next time.
Sorry, but that isn't how I roll. We've been over this. My presence gets asses into seats, and my acting makes the crowds go wild. What more do you want?
You've got me there, I suppose. You're equally as talented as your mother, yet your skill set differs greatly from hers. That's part of what makes you so fascinating. The final performance of the day is coming up, and our actors will likely be playing to a full house. Many of our guests have been from out of town as of late. Having our culture and traditions accepted and embraced by others is truly a joyous thing.
What'll you have today? Thanks for coming.
Welcome, how may... Aaron? Well, that's one way to greet your guests. Last time I was here, you were a bit more chill. This girl's one of my many fans, but she's a cut above the rest. Took things to the next level by getting a job here. I don't talk with her much, but when I do, it's pretty damn entertaining.
Well,
Can I help you, sir? Do you want to talk to the manager or something? I'll do anything for you, Aaron. Okay. Fancy seeing you here, Aaron. I can't remember the last time I saw you show up twice in one day. Well, I ain't here to perform, so sorry if I got your hopes up. I found some other entertainment for the night. Well, if the mood strikes me, I'll drop by and take the stage again. Right, I forgot that you're normally busy at night. Or rather, occupied might be the more accurate term. Either way, you should consider stopping by if you can. The last time you performed at night, the crowd was in love with you. You were especially popular with middle-aged men. Wait, for real? I mean, of course I was. I'm loved by all the types. All that's left is today's final show. We'll end it all with a bang. One theater is usually packed with older guests late at night, so the content production is more mature to match. Being able to adjust your performance to suit the tastes and preferences of your present audience is the mark of a true professional. I heard about the fight at the dock. Glad to see you didn't get injured. Bet that Gekka style came in handy. Speaking of which, is your sword dancing based on your swordsmanship? That's random. Well, I guess I never really thought about it. I just follow my instincts when I dance. I haven't been able to do Gekka Dojo in ages, so if my moves are influenced by it, then it's all integrated. Or ingrained. Your natural talent is on another level. That's all the more reason why I need to polish my skills. I'm gonna surpass you one of those days. Good luck with that, bud. Yeah, we get it at this point. I'm just completely annoyed because of earlier. So my focus is hardly on the game now. So, where are we headed? The Kowloon Hotel. I want to ask the receptionist there some questions. I should be able to get plenty of info out of them since Heiwei's my client. I'm sure they want this Almana mess cleaned up nice and quickly. They're probably kicking themselves for letting the Mafia in the door. Their fault for underestimating outsiders. So we got them to deal with as well as these cheaters. They really are doing illegal gambling, then we may need some backup. I might call up a couple of experts I know. What kind of experts are we talking about? You'll find out soon enough. Now, where did Maxim run off to? I thought I saw him earlier, but I think it might have been just a look-alike. This might be tougher than I thought. But I'm not giving up. If there's a story to tell about him, then darn it, I'm gonna tell it. I'll do whatever it takes to bridge the gap between me and Dingo. Guess I better search down here first. I promised my son I'd spend time with him, but I fell asleep. I feel terrible. The park is a peaceful retreat from the noisy hustle and bustle of the city. Maybe that's why I get so used to sleeping. Get so sleepy every time I come here. Mommy only just woke up now. She must have been really sleepy. We got the same bedtime though. That's what you think you got.
You there! Hey there! See ya!
There's nothing in the world that rivals this evening's view, except pasta, of course. Did you know the pasta pairs excellently with wine? Perhaps you should consider taking a swig and slurp as you relax and enjoy the night sky. It's quite fortuitous that the shivering breeze is carrying the scent of olives. Those who are seeking warmth will no doubt be drawn here. Phew, I'm beat. I can't even muster the energy to close up the shop. Meanwhile, that pasta guy over there is still full of vim and vigor. How in the heck is that noodlehead not drop dead tired?
Whenever I gaze at the lights of Langport, I think back on the time when I ran all those businesses. Langport went through some hard times when I was a young lad. As the city was being put back together, my companies flourished. Over the years, I passed all of them on to the younger generation. Except the sauna. That's still an important business to me.
Welcome!
This Eastern cuisine is delicious.
I recently learned Elaine and I are from the same hometown. She's been very encouraging to me, and she told me that even though Eastern cuisine isn't popular back home, my dishes would win them over. My dream is to open up a new branch of Halloween so they can be exposed to and ultimately accept Eastern culture. So, you and Elaine grew up in the same place, huh? You should know that'll be a tall order. Some of the people there have got some serious prejudice against Eastern culture. It's not just them. The world's full of jackasses who turn their nose up at our culture. Doesn't matter if they ever had an Eastern dish in their life. They'll shit on whatever you just serve because they ain't used to it. I know. That's why, when I do open a restaurant, I want to start them with something simple. You know, I feel like they wanted Ash and Cold Steel to have the same kind of talking as Aaron, but I'm surprised that if this game was rated M, Aaron would be saying the F word almost every sentence, I feel. Like, he's gonna be the most vulgar character in the whole series, ain't he? And Wayne gave me that piece of advice, among others. I mainly wait tables here, but the head chef has been teaching me all kinds of recipes in our downtime. I know the people of my hometown are prejudiced, but I'm sure our dishes will win them over. I'll open a restaurant there, and in time, the people will come to embrace Eastern culture. Darren's a sweet guy and all, but he's about as energetic as a bear in hibernation. He's also a bit of a wimp. That poor guy passed out right in front of me when he saw a dried bat at the food stall. I wanted to eat something from there, but he practically begged for us to come in this restaurant again, so here we are.
I'm pooped. We did a heck of a lot of walking around, so I'm just about ready to hit the sack. Katyusha's a lively girl, but being dragged from place to place can be a little draining. This light diner ought to perk me up. Then I can go relax in my hotel room.
Right.
Aaron just sounded bored.
I hope you enjoy your meal earlier. You are a friend of Elaine's, correct? Then you're a friend of mine as well. I come from Longley. My goal was to serve their dishes to more people. So I decided to open up a restaurant in a place that tourists flock to.
Oh, so it was Long Way food. This Elaine was right on the money. No wonder the taste was so familiar. If I remember right, the lineage over there is pretty far removed from Hayaway. Must be a pain.
That has caused me no end of trouble. That's why I call upon the guild when I am in a pickle. Elaine has been a great help out on that front. If she weren't here, Hayaway would have walked all over me.
Alright, buddy. I think I get the picture. Hello, Aaron. I heard you got into a fight. Again. I'm surprised to see you walking around with that Spriggan after that. You really are at the mercy of the impulse, aren't you? Hey, shut up. Quit being a horse's ass. Why is it so hard for you to mind your own damn business? Did you forget that you're my pupil? How dare you talk to me like that? You're in strict need of some discipline. Every member of the Gekka school is supposed to hold themselves to a higher standard of blah, blah, blah. Gosh. Okay, good talk. Lesson learned, all that. Gotta bounce. Oh, no, you don't. You are not getting out of this one, Aaron. If you keep getting into these fights, then I'm just going to have to keep lecturing you. One of these days, you're going to hurt the people around you. I mean it when I say I don't want that to happen. So please just try and think before you act. You know, Aaron's response is, yeah. I've got one last delivery to make, and then I can close it for the night. Speaking of nighttime, Langport feels a little different when the sun goes down. Don't get me wrong, the city's gorgeous at this time, but it's also scary, especially with Hayaway out in full force. I've heard all sorts of rumors about them, and if even half of them are true, ugh.
Hello, Van. I see you brought a friend with you. I heard you two butted heads over in the Harbor District, but it's all water under the bridge now, right?
Maybe not. I'm still pissed that we didn't finish our fight and have Beauty's Blade all to thank for that. Speaking of which, I heard she and him were on a nice dinner date afterwards. Bet she treated you real good. It wasn't a date, and we weren't alone either. Anyway, I heard Elaine came here specifically to deal with Almada. Still wondering how she was up to date on the situation when she's barely had time to investigate.
That's because we brought her up to speed. We've been tracking Almada's movements and had intel on their leaders, so we forwarded all the information we had to her Zypher.
You guys are on top of this shit. How the hell did you guys get the lowdowns on the leaders?
We have our sources. Contrary to your belief, we're not always one step behind. Fair enough. It's good that you can give Elaine a foundation to work off of. You guys are pretty damn competent. You're more hospitable now than when I first came to Langport.
Well,
As soon as we contacted HQ about Armada's movements in Langport, Elaine immediately requested to be sent here. She said she made contact with their boss once before. Maybe that's part of why she doggedly pursued this. Regardless, we intend to support her as best we can. It'll be in the city's best interest to get those mafia goons out of here.
The view from here is gorgeous at night. I could gaze out into the stars and lights from the eastern quarter all day. I hear the view is even more beautiful during festivals and celebrations. They wind the streets with paper lanterns apparently. Maybe I'll visit Langport during one of them and take pictures.
My company is thinking about working together with other foreign businesses. I'll be meeting with a representative from a company in Rebel tomorrow. It's for the best. We can't keep relying on Kowloon Group alone.
So this is the Great Spire, huh?
The Kowloon Financial Bank's HQ rests at the top of the Great Spire alongside several other offices. Many tourists love to look down on all of Langport from the observation deck there. I'd recommend you do the same if you haven't. There's a restaurant on the deck, so you can dine on some of the finest cuisine Langport has to offer while taking in the night view. Fan just gets stuck. I mean, what more could you guys say?
You can't be serious. We're going drinking now? I guess we should be driving all night if we started heading back home. I don't mind car camping, but I'm not exactly champing at the bit to sleep in this thing while drunk. Driving around the neighborhood's got me all psyched up. I think it's time to party the night away. Alright, Hades, let's leave our cars here and go out for drinks.
Alright. More inclined to finish the rounds before this video ends.
I hear this year's film festival is going to be held in Tharbad. I wonder who's going to win the award for Best Director. Personally, I'm rooting for Director Ram. Although I am a big fan of Director Bronte too, so I wouldn't mind if he won it.
Right.
Every time I watch Wolves Requiem, I find new things to love about it. Director Ram is a master of his craft. I only started watching Kowloon Pictures once when I moved here, but I quickly became an avid fan. I was drawn in by their unique settings and atmospheres. Thanks to these movies, I made friends with Easterners who have a shared interest in films.
I've been asking around about those gangsters. Just doing some plain old information gathering. It's a good practice for any cop or bracer. It's how we got our info on Almada's executives. Well, I say we, but the credit there goes to a friend of mine. I need to remember to thank him later. Whether it's investigating in the field or doing our rounds, Hayway makes things tough for us. The people of the Eastern Quarter trust Hayway more than us and the cops, so they defer to them more than us. That's why Xiaolin is such a huge help. The people there know and respect her.
I don't really have the time or energy to cook dinner. I think I'll buy enough ready-to-eat meals to last a week.
We hope you enjoy your
Wait,
stay as
didn't
you
I do
browse
that
the
every
finest
week?
goods Langport has to offer.
Welcome. I hope to see you again.
You have to be careful while handling ingredients from foreign nations, otherwise you can get really sick. In order to responsibly sell foodstuffs, I've studied up on Eastern cuisine over the years, and I had my family test out my cooking. I've been getting compliments from the Eastern chefs, so I think my efforts paid off.
Please step on up.
Thank you for visiting the Kowloon department store.
Until just recently, we primarily sold imported goods from the Central East and
We
the
hope you
East.
enjoy your stay as you browse
Though,
the
now
finest
that the
goods
intentional
Langport has to
relationships with the
offer.
Empire have stabilized, we can sell imports from Ortis and overland routes. It seems that the Empire's smaller companies have been taking an interest in Central Eastern goods. Our departure store has been doing what it can to help mediate the Empire's trade market.
The clerks here are very kind. Thanks to their advice, I was able to find some good souvenirs for my family. Now that they're out of the way, I'll be able to focus on the negotiations small with a clear head. I'll be speaking with a representative of a company that wants to put some distance between itself and the syndicate here.
Is there someone out? I can't tell if that's outside
Do
or
you...
up here.
I hope to see you... Do you know what you want?
Alright, I'm gonna have to end the episode so I can actually set Aaron's shit together, so... yeah.